There is one thing that you're missing, one thing that you're overlooking. This one thing prevents you from getting more job interviews, more job offers. It even stops employers from contacting you. What I want to do today is reveal to you what this simple thing is. This one thing that's missing that you need is a reference point. Now, let me explain this because it's so simple. It took me a long time to figure this out. Honestly, it wasn't until I hit 30 that I actually recognized, oh, this is what I'm missing. You probably are going out looking for work and you're not getting the results that you want. And you don't quite understand why this is happening because no matter what you do, nothing works. But something feels off. And this is not new for you because this feeling, you've had it before. It never made sense to you why you keep getting this uneasy feeling. I'll say it this way. There are times when you feel, man, I should be getting more phone calls. I should be getting more job offers, but it's just not happening. You don't have a reference point. What is a reference point? Here's how I want you to look at this. You have a bunch of puzzle pieces that you have to put together in order for you to get a job. Now think about that for a minute. You have all these pieces. How do you put it together? Because getting a job involves a lot of steps. There's a lot of pieces to getting a job. Which pieces do you use to help you to get the job? It sounds really simple, and it is. But if you don't understand what you possess, what those pieces are, and how those pieces fit into your puzzle to help you to get a job, you're not going to have the success that you want. And no one's talking about this. They want to give you strategy after strategy. They want to do everything under the sun except get you back to the basics. And what are the basics? What do you possess? What are the basics? How do you use what you possess? What are the basics? Which pieces do I use for each role that I'm applying to? Those are basics. Okay, that doesn't change. Here's where it's going to start to make sense for you. Let's say you have a puzzle. You pour the pieces out the box. They're all over the table. And you're trying to figure out, where do all these pieces go? What exactly are you going to do in that moment? I'm going to tell you. You're going to put the box that the puzzle came in, and you're going to look to it as a reference point. It has the complete puzzle on the box. So as you're putting the pieces together, you can reference the box. Guess what? When you're looking for work, when you're looking for a job, what is your reference point? Is there a box? Is there something you can look to reference to help you to figure out what pieces go where? The answer is no. Why? Because you are actually building this puzzle, putting it together as you look for work. This is something you have to create. It's not already created. This is the biggest obstacle you are encountering. It's the one that always comes up when you're looking for work. Remember earlier I said, you've been here before. You felt this before, but you just couldn't put your finger on what's the problem. That's the problem. Every time you look for work, you are starting over and over. And no, you're starting from scratch again and again and again, when that shouldn't be the case, because you need a reference point. You need something you can reference. Now, once you build it, it becomes a plug and play system. You take out a piece that you don't need, you swap it for another piece that you need, and you hit the ground running. So you're probably thinking, well, what are some of these pieces? You know what these pieces are. I'm serious. You know what they are. You're going to need a resume, possibly a cover letter. You're going to have an effective online presence. You're going to have strong communication ability. You should have a positive demeanor and positive attitude. Okay. And you should be able to interview well and demonstrate what you possess. Okay. Those are the basic pieces. But here's another problem. If you say a resume is a piece, then do you know how to create an effective resume? Do you know how to create an effective cover letter? Do you understand the importance of establishing a strong online presence and what that entails? So it's not just knowing what the pieces are. Now, when you know what the piece is, how do you create that piece in such a way where it makes you look better than the competitors? So it's not just knowing what pieces, it's how do you make those pieces work for you? In one of my videos, I mentioned this is why you are lightweight in a heavyweight fight and you're losing, because there's just some things you do not know that you need to know. Here's one of my core principles, and this is what I stand by. This has basically served me ever since I started helping people to achieve their career goals. I know you have 80% of what you need. You just have to figure out how do you take what you possess and position it, structure it in a way where it allows you to tell your story in such a way where you look like the best candidate. But to do that, you need to know what pieces you have, how to effectively use them, and whether or not those pieces are needed for each role that you apply to. Because some roles don't require all of the pieces, just some of the pieces. I can tell you, there are some job hunters out there that are killing it. They're getting opportunities after opportunities, hand over fist. People are wondering, what are they doing? I want to show you what they are doing. If you're interested, in the description and pinned comments, you can click the links that relate to you, whether it's the college grad fresher or whether it's the job career changer. You click the link that you're interested in, learn more. I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not even asking you for money at this point. I need you to figure out if this is something that you would be interested in. And if you're interested, then you follow the steps on the link once you click it. I'm not asking for money. I want you to find out if you're ready to take the next steps.